Hi, I'm Derek Lau with Benchmade Knife Company, and welcome to 2016's SHOT Show. Here from Benchmade, we have a lot of new products to show you guys, and we're really excited about it, as always, and yeah, let's just get started. We'll start off with our black class, a few updates to the line. So last year we introduced the 4300. This is the 4300-1 CLA, new G10 with basically a layered green and black G10. Same thin profile that you're used to with the original CLA, just new different color, new flavor. Also new in the black line, of course, we have the Pagan 3321. So we introduced the 3320 a year ago. This is the 3321, which is single-edged for those folks in states that require or can only use a single-edged tool like this. So those familiar with the SOC P, we have the SOC P rescue tool. This is the 179 GRY. So different from the SOC P, it's gray, and of course from the obvious, it's now a rescue tool. So folks who are used to the SOC P, which is designed by Greg Thompson, will have that same tactile feel to it, but a lot of function built into it. So in addition to a strap cutting hook or a safety hook, we have an O2 wrench and a carbide glass breaker. As you can see, there's jimping on one side, so if you get a good perch on it, you'll be able to make some quick cuts. In addition, there is capabilities to use this as a Kubotan, as a kind of a force tool. But those very familiar with the SOC P system will be very pleasantly surprised with this. Updated within our auto line, just kind of quickly overview some of these. As you know, we have the 3550 and of course the Auto Striker, enlarged buttons. So this is the 3551, larger button, a lot easier to push, especially if wearing a gloved hand. In addition, we did that with the Mini Reflex as well. Also new to the black class line, large fixed blade here, courtesy of designer Shane Seibert, as you can tell with just kind of its typical design. Neat little sheath carry system. This is not Kydex, it's actually a material called Boltron. Actually a little more durable than Kydex, a little more resistant to high heat and low temperatures, whereas Kydex in high heat will sometimes lose its shape or become brittle in really cold conditions. Boltron is supposed to be a lot more durable than that. Neat little carry system also as well. Lots of different mounting options. You can carry it vertically, horizontally, however you like. It would also fit through MOLLE systems as well as just run through your belt. So let's get to the knife. So this is the 119 Arvensis, created by Shane Seibert. Large chunk of 154 cm steel. G10 handles, and of course, very familiar. If you're familiar with Shane Seibert's work, you'll see a lot of the pressed titanium tubings holding the handles together. So big, large fixed blade, a lot of utility to it. And this is the latest, the 119 Arvensis. Also new in fixed blades for the Black Class series is the Protagonist series. We have the 167 and the 169. Please ignore the sheaths, as those aren't actually the sheaths that will come with these knives. They'll be more of a molded sheath. But smaller fixed blades, anybody who's fans of the Nimravis from us will definitely like these. Very small in profile. Molded handle with a Versa, I believe it's called VersaFlex, this inlay, so it's a rubbery texture. Very tactile feel, very comfortable in the hand. A little smaller in profile, but yeah, new for our black class into fixed blades. It's the Protagonist series. So moving on, we're kind of going to do a mixture of blue and black class, but I just wanted to talk about our new flippers for 2016. So we'll start off with this one, which is going to be, in my personal opinion, it's one of my favorites, but I think it's going to be a hit. This is the 490 Amicus. So anybody who may be familiar with the size and feel of our Emissary line, this will be very familiar, except for we have a flipper on it, in addition to the axis lock. So it's a very, very subtle flipper. It is a flipper assist, so all you do is just a little push, and your blade deploys. S90V steel for this guy. Very high bevel grinds, great slicing tool. Very light, thin profile knife. Great for an everyday carry. So another new flipper for us this year is the 320 Precinct. This is in the black class actually. So you have G10 handle scales, and this also actually features our thrust bearing system, so very, very smooth action for a flipper. 154 cm steel, and great profile, just really good ergonomics with these finger grooves. Very thin again, deep carry pocket clip, great for an everyday carry, and it is a liner lock. So also new as far as slippers go for us in 2016, this is the 928. So this was our last collaboration with Warren Osborne, who passed away recently, unfortunately. Large tactical flipper, so it's a tie monolock. G10 on the other side, a nice tan G10. Big, nice action on this guy. Very, very smooth. But in addition to a tie monolock, it does have an adjustable lock face. Very cool new feature on this guy. And that's the 928, Warren Osborne design. So moving on, part of our blue class series, kind of a revamp of a classic, the 690. We give you the 698, which of course is updated with axis lock and some brand new steel, which is CPM 20CV. Cool little features on this, lots of detail to this knife, especially with the shadow boxing of the liners, pivot that's unique to this knife, as well as the axis bar. Not quite a gentleman's knife, you could call it a gentleman's knife, but you know, just a very elegant everyday carry, very useful, a lot of utility to it in addition to its elegance. Back this year, as we took a year off, is the Unlimited Gold Series. So this is the 908 161. It is a gold class series striker. So very, very cool details on this, as you can see. We'll start off with the handle scales, which are a black and red carbon fiber. Lots of detail to it as well, as you can see in the milling. Just nice little patterns. In addition to that, you have anodized pivot rings, as well as anodized barreled spacers. Beautiful steel blade from Damas Steel. It's called their Odemheim pattern. And of course, people who aren't familiar with the Unlimited Gold Series, we basically produced this model for an entire year. So for all of 2016, we'll be just producing as many in quantity for this knife. So make sure you check out your local Benchmade dealer and hit one up. So a lot of people probably seen already on the internet, as we already start shipping on some of these, is the new Griptilian family. So expanding on the Griptilian family, we've added G10 handle scales. A lot of people have been asking, clamoring for that, so they get it. It's a cool G10 in essence. It's cool gray mixed with a layer of blue. So that's not actually the liner, that's actually a piece of the handle scale that's blue in there. Same pocketed liners that you're used to on a Griptilian, but added in is some anodized blue barrel spacers. New kind of texturing too, but same old Griptilian feel. And updated steel, and you'll see the law theme of this is CPM 20CV again. So CPM 20CV, in case people are still learning about it, since it's a relatively new steel for us and everyone else, very similar to M390, a very premium steel, very good wear resistance, in addition to really good corrosive resistance properties. So we have the Griptilian, of course, in two different sizes. It's, you have either basically the 551 -1. Basically, it's a -1 series for the Griptilian. I could go through all of them. There's a lot of variants, but definitely check it out. So also getting an update and expansion to the family is the barrage. So right here is the 585-2 barrage. So in addition, we've added G10, a cool gray G10 scale. Updated the steel. Normally 154 cm for all our standard inline barrages. This is now CPM S30V. So steel that's been very, very good to us, performs very well all around qualities. Right here is the latest in the barrage family, so we're really excited about this. Just kind of an update again to that family. And again, we also have it in the larger versions in the 580. So last year we came out with the 761, and of course very naturally, we came out with the 765, which is the mini version. Now, a big request from a lot of people was they wanted a tip up carry knife instead of a tip down. We gave people the option now to reverse the clip. So you have the same titanium handle scales, titanium clip, except for the titanium clip now you can choose tip down or tip up carry. And that's a 765. Now, touching on our hunt line, our hunt series, which we launched about almost 3 years ago. Really awesome series. You might have seen this online as well, as there's been a lot of video and press on it already. This would be the 15100 Nestucca. So it's based on the Alaskan ulu. Very, very cool utility tool. Traditional ulu is, of course, used for a variety of tasks, but this guy, the Nestucca, for us, again, we're not going to limit to anything in particular. Your imagination as far as utility goes. But as far as the skinner, this does really well. Nice blade radius here for big sweeping cuts, especially when you're peeling back a hide. Lots of different grip options. You can get on top of it for more chopping action. You can do a little rocking for it. I mean, it's useful in the kitchen as well, in addition to the field for hunting. G10 handle scales, and of course a big, nice, healthy slab of S30V. Carry option, of course, will be this leather sheath cover. It's not meant for mounting on a belt or anything like that. More or less to pack away and cover your blade so you can throw it in a pack. Also new in the hunt series for 2016, we have the Crooked River. Beautiful, beautiful knife. So this version, we'll have two versions. We'll of course have one with G10, and then we'll also have one with a stabilized wood. So you get obviously that scale. Each one of those versions will have the orange G10 back spacer and the orange anodized pivot ring, as well as this beautiful bolster that just kind of accents everything. And of course, as the theme within the hunt series, we have the CPM S30V again for the blade steel. Large, beautiful, just elegant looking folder for a lot of utility uses. And actually, through a lot of our testing, also one of our stronger knives as far as the axis lock goes. So new in HK line, which of course is produced by us here at Benchmade, we have some new autos, little updates to the Entourage series. Anybody familiar with the HK Entourage will notice a big difference, and that'd be a G10 inlay for extra tactile grip. So still single-sided push button, same great Entourage action, but with the addition of this grip, it's going to be really, really nice, especially for wet weather conditions or any other situation where your extra grip is needed. Full size, of course, gets updated, as well as the mini. Now, also new to HK is the HK Patrol. So this is a single push button auto with a molded handle. D2 steel, as you see a lot in our HK line. Very light auto. And the best point, the big part of this, MSRP on this knife will be $160. So it's probably one of the more price-conscious autos that there are out there. But this, of course, also made in our factory right in Oregon City, Oregon. So we launched this last year. You may not have seen it because I didn't have a sample on me, but now we do, and you should be seeing it at your local retailers very soon. It's the HK Clout, little axe. And by little, it's kind of an understatement, as you have a pretty decent sized head on this. Good chopping action, very good utility, but you will finally be seeing these in stores. And that pretty much covers it for us here at Benchmade for 2016 SHOT Show.